So basically, this is the rules of procedure. So it means how a MUN conference is going to be carried out. So when you go to a conference, you're going to be designated a nation, and you're going to be given which country to represent. So you need to represent the country's national interests. And then you're going to go through something called the opening speech. So at the opening speech, you need to state your national stance, and you must speak at the opening speech. There's no exceptions. And individual speaking time is going to be 90 seconds. So when I mean stating a nation's stance, you can say what our country thinks about something. For example, if it's the UK, you could say that you think Brexit is a good thing. If you're USA and you're talking about NATO, you should say that Europe is a bad girlfriend who takes your money and for their self-defense and doesn't give anything back to you. So therefore, we do not want to work with Europe like that. And then after the opening speeches, you're going to do something called a moderated caucus or unmoderated caucus, and this continue for like maybe 8 or 9 sessions. This is going to take a lot because for moderated caucuses, you sit on your chairs and you cannot freely move around the conference room, and you have to debate with your other people. You do not have to speak, but when you raise a moderated caucus, you should say the purpose, the topic, and individual speaking time, total duration. So the difference in moderated caucus and the opening speech is that at a moderated caucus you have a topic, you have a set topic, and you cannot debate something else than this topic. So for example, there's agenda A, and there's method 1, method 2, method 3 in order to deal with agenda A. So the topic from the moderated caucus could be method 1 to deal with agenda A. So you could say that I think method 1 is good, I think method 1 is bad. And the moderated caucuses are simply like that. And unmoderated caucuses, there's something different. You don't need to say a purpose, you don't need to say the individual speaking time, because unmoderated caucuses are basically moving around the conference room and making friends and making allies. So if you meet another delegate that shares a similar national stance with you, and you become friends, you form something called a working bloc, where you can write a resolution. Resolutions are something. It's basically paper with list of stuff UN wants you to do. You need to write this, and there's a specific format for a resolution. Because of time constraints, I can't tell you the whole format of the resolution, but you're going to learn how to write it when you actually go to a real conference. So at a working block, you form these kinds of things, and within the working block, you write something called a draft resolution. And as the name tells you, it's a draft for a resolution. And after this, you write the actual resolution, and then when the chairs say it's okay, when it's approved by the chairs, you're going to be moving into a voting procedure. And when the simple majority, which is the half of the whole committee, votes for the resolution automatically passes or not passes. If it not passes, well, too bad. But if it passes, you go to something called amendments. So also in amendments, as the name tells you, is debating about stuff that you want to change about the resolution. And after having amendments, that's basically the end of MUN. So I know it's hard, but you're going to get the glimpse of it when you go to an actual MUN conference. So that's basically it for the rules of procedures. Thanks.